everybody. Welcome to the Valley of the Old Farm. I am Farmer Min. We are here to take a look at a new geo out today called Poland. I suppose Graal would have been the appropriate map, but I didn't have that one installed on my console. This is a new mod out by Zed. He is also, he or she, I should say, I hate to make assumptions. The author is also the author of other geos that we have looked at. The description of Poland says there are long cold winters with heavy snowfall and hot wet summers. So that is what the description says. I came into this game first day of early spring. You can see the temperature is 32 degrees outside with a soil temperature of 39 degrees outside. I do have snow in the forecast for the third day of early spring. And we'll fast forward here, take a look at autumn and into the winter time to see if it gets really long cold with heavy snowfall. Let's just take a look at the seasons calendar. You can see there are some big differences on this geo. The first thing that stands out to me at a quick glance is canola. Look at that. Germination temperature of up to 50 degrees. And look at your planting and harvest season. You are not going to be planting canola, oilseed rape, until late summer into the autumn time. And you won't be able to harvest that until one complete year. That is a big difference in the standard geo. Right there in canola. Wheat, barley, I think it's pretty much kind of what we can expect. You'll have two planting seasons with that crop, and that is the only crop that you can plant twice. So you're not going to get a double crop out of this geo. Because if you planted wheat, you'd harvest it. You can't plant anything. Well, you could. I take that back. You could plant wheat and then harvest it and then turn around and plant canola, but you wouldn't be able to harvest canola until the following year, so you're not going to get two in 1 year. Look at this germination temperatures of corn and soybeans, for example. Much lower at 41 degrees. That's a big difference. Wheat and barley are lower as well. The other crops, you have an early planting season for your corn, your potatoes, and your sugar beets. Oilseed radish, poplar, grass are kind of all the same, but that is pretty different. Let's take a look. Let's put the two screens up here. I'll put the Poland Geo on the right and the standard seasons Geo on the left, and let's talk about them. Alright, let's take a look at them. Let's just go down the list. On the left, you see the standard seasons geo built in with seasons. On the right is this new Poland geo. Take a look at the temperatures first. The Poland geo, you're 2 degrees warmer for the wheat and barley, but the canola, 9 degrees warmer for required germination temperature for canola. That is something else. The other big difference, look at corn and soybeans. 9 degrees cooler germination temperature for Poland. That is a big difference. Absolutely big difference, because if you play the standard geo, you're thinking, I got to wait till later in the fall, later in the spring before I can plant those two crops. No, you start off right away being able to plant those crops. The other big difference is you have a shorter planting season with wheat and barley, and you still have a fall planting season with those two crops as well. Your canola fall planting season is a little bit shorter. When you get down into the corn and soybeans, you have a little longer planting season with them as well. And your harvest seasons for those crops tend to be longer as well. You almost have the complete autumn to plant your corn, your sunflowers, your soybeans, your potatoes, and your sugar beets. You will need a little warmer soil temperature for your potatoes and sugar beets to be planted in the spring, 2 degrees with the Poland Geo. But there, overall, there's some big differences, I think. Basically, looking at canola, I see the big difference being canola is the main difference, and then the soil temperatures for corn and soybeans being much, much cooler. Oilseed radish, grass, poplars, they're kind of the same. I don't think it needs to go into great detail with those crops. But there you can see the big difference between the standard Geo and the new Poland Geo. So quite interesting. Will be pretty cool. I think certain maps and certain styles of gameplay that could be an interesting one as well. But there you have it. Let's get back to the video and we'll wrap this up. Okay, as I said, first day of spring, I don't have any snow on the ground. It's not snowing. There is snow in the forecast, but what we're going to do is I'm going to change it to 3-day seasons. I'm going to fast forward till the last day of autumn, and then we'll take a look at that into the winter time, just to see what we can expect. I know it's all random. It's not guaranteed, but just to kind of get a general idea. So I'll see you in the autumn. Here we are in late autumn, the last day of autumn. I wanted to fast forward to see what you could expect. Looking at that forecast, it is rain and snow. Now, granted, you can change the season length to change the forecast. I understand that. I was just curious to see when you got down the road what it looked like. If I went in and changed it to 9 days, for example, it looks pretty darn wet there as well. Rain and snow, and as the description said, you can expect long, cold winters with lots of snow. Whoops, I wanted to do this. 12 days. Cold. Well, not really that well. Winter would get to be cold. If we go back to 3 days here, you can see snow out of the 2 days. So I would expect lots of snow with this Geo. Wet winters as well. But other than that, it's a pretty interesting Geo. Looking at the calendar one more time, some pretty cool aspects to it as far as planting seasons go and harvest seasons. Temperatures there are pretty different. But that would be it. That would be it from the Poland Geo. Certainly feel free to check it out. It's kind of got some cool aspects to it, depending on what map you're playing and what kind of game style you choose. But there you have it. If you enjoy the video, give us a like. We would appreciate that. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, do that as well. Amazon's on sale. But from the Valley of the Old Farm, Farmer Min telling you, have a great day. Keep between the ditches. So long.